So I'm going to sit up, and bring his posture down, hands off the mat. Okay, if he's keeping his hands in tight here, his elbows to his knees, I'm going to get my angle, and then I'm going to grab his wrist, and I'm going to push it in close to his throat or his chest. I'm going to float my leg over on that side, around his neck, and I've got the triangle. I'm in this position here, I'm threatening for the triangle. Now, you're going to come up against some people, and they're going to be incredibly strong. Alright, really don't let me push that in yet. So one of his counters is going to be to not let me push his hand into his throat. He's going to push it out. Yeah? Just push it up, underneath, and come over the top. If I get his hand in here, he keeps his elbows to his knees, and I'm flat, I'm not going to be able to get him. If I get my angle, easy. Right, the thing you could try and do is going to push his hand out. Yeah? Not that far, obviously, but I'm going to push it up like this, or out straight like that. And notice when I do it, my elbows drop down. Okay, it's nice and straight, because that's going to give me a stronger structure to push his arm off with. Okay, bend this, yeah, it's not going to be as effective. So I keep it straight locked out. Can I bring your hand back in? Very difficult. Underneath like that. Okay, so I'm kicking my foot through. And some people have difficulty with this because they don't have their angle. So come down. Some people will have difficulty if it's here, and grabbing like this or like this. They'll have difficulty, they get here and they get stuck and they can't get the leg out and they blame on flexibility. Well, because you don't have your angle. So, push your arm out, here, or here, and I can't get my foot stuck. Get my ankle, easy. Just a slight variation of what we did yesterday. You're going to push the hand into his throat. And if you counter by resisting, you put his hand out or up. Push the same thing, so I push it up and push it straight up, just push it out. It's not important which way you have your hand, doesn't matter. And easy. Okay. Grab apart and try that. Yeah? You can do both. So we're going to go do the triangle from the pyramid guard. So when I bring this posture down, I'm going to try and have an overhook set out before I start bringing it down, or on the way down. So I've got this overhook on this side. When I'm getting my overhook, I always want to be grabbing above the elbow. If I grab the hook below the elbow, he's just going to pull his arm out and I'm not going to be able to stop him. So when I overhook, always above the elbow, as tight as I can, and to make sure it's tight, I'm going to try and grab with my fingers, my opposite armpit, just overemphasize that and keep it really tight. Okay, you notice I've got my angle. I can use this hand to keep his head down, and this is the pyramid guard. When I put this foot on the hip, and this leg comes up. Okay, keep this tight. This is your pyramid guard. I've got my far foot on the hip, pushing at my angle. I've got this leg coming up, keeping his posture down. Got one hand on his head, and one arm overhooking his arm. Okay, this is a great position because it's easy for me to attack with submissions because I've got my legs open, I've got my angle, got his posture control. And there's not a lot he can do. I'm pretty well protected here. If he tries to throw a punch there, well, it's very difficult. Okay, and when he does punch, he's giving me the triangle. Right there. So, what we're going to do, we need to make sure that this foot on the hip, and this knee's in dead tight. if it's down like this, it's just going to hop over. Yeah? If I want, it's going to pass by. So I'm going to keep this in tight. Okay, he's going to be trying to keep this elbow in really tight because as soon as this leg comes in front of this arm, I've got the triangle. So I always keep my hand on his head except for when I'm attacking for my submissions. Okay, you can come here or you can come here. It's up to you. I like to come here. This is great for when he's trying to square up with you and take your angle away. But I like here. Got my elbow in nice and tight as well. Very difficult position for him to escape from. So we're going to set up the triangle now. I've got a few options. You can push the bicep. You can push the wrist. Or you can push the arm up and push the arm in. Okay. When I push the arm in, I'm going to be coming over and closing up the position, threatening the triangle. Pushing the bicep or the wrist, I'm going to be coming underneath. So it's very important to make sure you've got your angle so you can get that leg out. So now I'm in a position where I'm threatening the triangle, both hands on his head, clamping down with my hands and my ankles. It's not going anywhere. So just posture up from posture down, his hand, any hand, get a hand on the mat. And you say to him, I'm going to overhook his arm. So now I've got 2 points of posture control, his arm and his head. My angle, this arm and tight, yeah, it's not going to let me get this leg up. He's going to clamp his arm in. So I need to start attacking that, pushing that arm to get the triangle. So I push myself at an angle, push the bicep, push the wrist. If he starts resisting that, you can push up. Hands on the head, both feet, hands go down. Not going anywhere. One more time. Now I've got my overhook set up on the other side. Bring down. When I'm falling, I'm set at my angle that I'm falling. Another great thing about coming down. Another great thing about this bar is I set up my own planters very nicely. Instead of hooking here, I'm going to start pushing my way and get my hip out. Hold over the top. Push my way over my feet. My own planter. Really, really simple. So if he clamps down real tight and he's not giving me the triangle, he's keeping his elbow to his knee and he's having trouble, we'll just keep your hip out a little bit more and then you've got the other platter. I'll show you an example. I've got my foot on the hip here. I can't get the triangle, he's keeping dead tight of everything. So I'm just going to push. If he turns back into me, you've got to go with the platter, shin choke, but I'm going to, as soon as this comes over, push, one. Okay, so let's grab a partner just like that. 10 more times. So one of the posture breaks we're working on is coming behind the elbow, grabbing the wrist, grabbing the elbow, and I'm going to sit up while flaring his elbow out, pulling down. As we put him to a wrist lock, and he's going to bend his elbow. If he doesn't bend his arm, he's going to put him to a wrist lock. Okay? But take the pressure of the wrist lock, he's going to bring his posture down, and he's going to bend his elbow. Okay? So what I've done there, I've just broken his posture. I'm in a safer position where I can just go for my submissions a lot easier. Okay? But what I'm going to do when I do this, I grab here, I back of the elbow, wrist back of the elbow. It doesn't matter which way I grab the wrist, I'll do this way with the front up. Back of the elbow, and I sit up. Okay, so I'm going to nasty wrist lock. When I've got him here, so reverse Kimura grip. This arm is going to come underneath, and I'm going to grab my own wrist. Like so. And what I do is, I'm going to push his hand down between my legs, and I keep that grip until my legs go over into the position where I'm threatening the triangle, and I'm ready to attack. It's for the choke. Okay, so it's very similar to when we grab the wrist, push it towards his throat, like we did last week. Same thing's happening, I'm pushing one arm through, we've got the other track. So you grab the wrist, come on the back of the elbow, and I sit up. I'm trying to break this, trying to bend his elbow. Okay? If he doesn't bend his elbow or bring his posture down, yeah, it's not nice. Okay? He'll come down. Okay? Once I've got his posture down, I can grab the head and go forward the other side. So we move. But I'm going to keep holding the wrist. I'm going to come underneath the arm, and I'm going to grab my own wrist and reverse Kimura grip. Okay, it's very difficult to break that grip. Try and get your hand up. Okay, it's very difficult to push down, and I throw my leg over, and I've got this position where I'm threatening for the triangle. Okay, we've gone over this, once you get here, push the hips up, push the arm across, get your angle, and you can choke. This is one of my favourite setups when I can't bring this posture down. He's up tall, and I'm having trouble grabbing his head, grabbing the wrist. And this in itself, look up. Okay, I have to sit up to make this effective. So I'm grabbing here, I'm pulling his elbow out. Let's put him in the wrist lock a little bit, but I need to sit up to make it effective. Okay, he's going to come down. So this comes under, grab my own wrist. Okay, very strong grip, and I push his hand down between my legs. Leg comes over, very, very quick, and you've got this position where you're threatening the triangle. Really easy, and it's a very good setup, especially when you can't bring his posture down. This in itself is a great way to break his posture, because you can really get some powerful punches from here because he's up tall. As soon as I bring him down, you can't really punch with any power. So grab here, sit up. Okay, now even if I can't set this up, I've got his posture broken down. Grab the head, and I can go for any number of different moves that we can get from here. I can push, the other setup, go for sweeps, anything, other submissions. The most important thing is you've broken his posture down.